Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins Review. If you are new here, what I do is I talk about the Redskins and the NFL in general here on this channel. Weekly I make videos, multiple times a week during the regular season. But today what I'm going to be doing is making a little bit different of a video. It's going to be shorter and basically just letting you guys know that I'm going to be making a Q&A video. So questions and answers. You guys can type into the comments below, ask me all the questions you want. It could be personal stuff, obviously just not too personal or I'm not going to answer it. I feel like you guys know what's going to be too personal of a question or not. So ask me whatever you want, or it could be something about anything random. It could be any questions. I'll answer them. I'll make another video answering all your guys' questions, and I'll upload that shortly, probably Saturday or something like that. So any questions, I know there's a lot of you guys who are not even Redskins fans that are still here. Like there's some Steelers fans I've seen, some other teams on here. So if you have questions about, what I think about your team, or say you're a Steelers fan, what do I think about, Ben Roethlisberger getting hurt or whatever. Whatever questions you guys have, ask me. This is the time for us to stray away from just talking about the Redskins. I mean, shit, if you have questions about the Redskins, I'll answer all of them too. This is just a more in-depth video for you guys and to get a little bit, to know me a little bit better and stuff like that. And it could be the other way around as well. So you guys think about all your questions, put them in the comment section, and then I will make another video. I might not, I might just say thanks for your question or whatever. I'm, commenting back to you, but I'm going to make a whole nother video that I will upload reading your comment, and then I'll answer it. So get to commenting on that, and then I gotta touch on the Lions game, man. This Sunday we're going up against the Lions at their stadium. The Lions, they are 3-3, but we cannot overlook them. I hear everybody. I feel like it's a new term that everyone just loves to use as a trap game. I don't see this being a trap game. I feel like a trap game would have to be in order for there to be a trap game, there would have to be like some huge something a huge outcome coming from it, like we would lose a big spot in our division or something. But seeing that this isn't a game versus a division rival or whatever, we would still have a winning record. I don't really see this being a trap game, but I do see us doing something like overlooking the Lions, who seem to be catching fire right now. They seem to be figuring it out on offense. Matthew Stafford has been up and down since he's been in the league, but he's been around middle to the pack or better normally at the QB spot. So hopefully we can find a way to neutralize him on defense. Our defense keeps getting the momentum that we've been playing with and not losing it. I think Josh Norman's going to have to step up because they have some young wide receivers who are stepping up. But I'm really looking forward to the game. I think we can beat them, man. I think we should be 5-2 after this week, and then we'll do one game at a time right now. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. Hopefully we win convincingly, and we don't sit here at the end of the game like the Eagles game, and they let them come back into the game or something like that. Let's not do that. I think we have the chance to jump on these guys early. Get a good lead, 10-0 lead, 14-0 lead, something like that, and then just have our defense just kill their momentum and hopefully make them, break and just realize, hey, we just are not on par with this team. You guys, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I feel confident. I feel confident in this team. For years being a Redskins fan, when things start going downhill during a game, or we say, oh man, now we got to play these people on our schedule. It's going to be, I don't see us winning that or something like that. I don't think that anymore about the Redskins, man. I thought we were going to beat the Steelers on Monday Night Football, first game of the season. I really thought we had a good chance to beat them. Being a Redskins fan now, my idea of the Redskins, I am pretty confident at the depth that we have on this team. People like Dunbar coming in and stepping up big, What other teams are out there that have converted walk-on, rookies turning into defensive backs and, getting a lot of playing time and, the guy stepping up and I don't really see that happening too many other places in the league. Credit to Scott McCloughan. You know, he's been putting his team together really well. I think we can beat the Lions. If we beat the Lions, it's going to be, dude, 5 in a row, man. That's massive. After an 0-2 start, we're getting better every single game. Kirk Cousins seems to be getting better every single game. Kirk Cousins from last year to this year, if you watch him if you watch him at the podium after the games and stuff like that, if you just look at his demeanor now compared to last year, it's like the guy grew up like over 1 year. This guy now, he seems like, oh, I know what questions I'm about to be asked, and like he just doesn't seem like anything affects him as much. Last year, you know, he would be, this year he seems a little bit more professional when he's speaking and things like that. Like, he just seems like he's growing up, man. And right before our eyes, it's crazy. Just 1 year, you know, obviously he should be growing up and stuff like that, but just within the small margin of time that he's been here, I've seen really big strides with him. You guys, I saw this article today where it says apparently Kirk Cousins has never used a curse word around Jay Gruden, and Jay Gruden has tried multiple times trying to like put in a certain play call or something, a cuss word, to see Kirk Cousins yell it out or something like that, and he won't do it. He always switches it to something else or whatever. You know, this is something, you know, obviously Kirk Cousins is a guy of a, you know, strong religious background and stuff like that, and myself, I am not very religious, nor have I ever really been religious or cared to be, or, you know, let people persuade me to think things about religious people or whatever. But there's just something about a religious quarterback, a guy who is just nothing more than just a great role model. Like, that's what I see in Kirk Cousins, a guy who's not gonna, you know, cuss in front of it. He's not gonna let one slip out or something, you know, on air or whatever, you know. And trust me, you guys know I'll cuss or whatever, you know. I'm not saying that, you know, makes you that great or anything, but just in a game like the NFL nowadays, where we're just seeing in the news today, you know, the Giants kicker, you know, he abused his wife, and, you know, all these negative things coming out in the NFL. We are so lucky to have a guy like Kirk Cousins, who is a true role model, you know, a guy who kids should look up to. You know, we don't have a big thing is, like, you guys know, I live here in Baltimore. The whole Ray Rice thing, where he punched his girlfriend, his fiance, and knocked her out and stuff like that. We don't have that going on our team right now, and we have to be really happy that we don't. And also having guys like Kirk Cousins, having guys like Pierre Garçon, who's doing all the stuff for Haiti and stuff like that. We are really fortunate to have all these guys on our team, and especially like Kirk Cousins, man. You know, just a stand-up guy, a guy, you know, who you would love to be a role model to your children. You know what I mean? Like, today's NFL, man, it's a lot of guys who are getting in a lot of trouble, you know, doing crazy stuff, and you know, just another reason why I like Kirk Cousins just that much more. Just a new article that came out today. So you guys get ready with all your questions. I'm here to answer them. Like I said, probably Saturday I'm going to upload that video. I'm going to read your question off, read your name. So also, hey, remember, I'm going to read your name. So if you don't just write a question and think I'm not going to say your name attached to that question. So if you're asking some dumb questions or something, everyone's going to figure it out. But like I said, obviously I'm going to skip over the questions that you guys know. If there's something that's inappropriate or whatever, I'm not going to answer that shit. But hail to the Redskins as always. Keep checking in with all the other YouTubers, man. Louis T had a good show last night. Had a lot of good stuff about the Redskins, man. Always look forward to his show. On the Warpath had a new video last night. Check that out. Stay in tune with all these guys, man. Burgundy Fly Guy made a video a couple days ago. Yeah, check them out. See you guys in the next one. I want to see some weird, not weird comments, but out of the box thinking. I remember someone asked Kirk Cousins. Someone asked him on like some social media or something, and he answered questions or whatever. And someone asked him, "Is a hot dog a sandwich?" And he's just like, I've never really been asked that question before, but I guess it has to be because it's in between two pieces of bread or whatever. So yeah, just some whatever jokes or whatever questions, hit me up. Hail to the Redskins. Peace.